Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever we're joining here. I just wanted to welcome you to Spently, How to Win More Sales with Post-Purchase Emails. So you're at the right place if this is where you're planning on being today. I just want to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Eric Rowland. I am the head of sales for SaaS products here at Spently, now part of Fantastic. If you're not familiar with Fantastic, we are supporting independent brands with tools and services to help grow their businesses efficiently. So that is a little bit about us. And I want to also introduce my co-host here, Tina. Tina.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tina, and I'm the Customer Success Manager at Spently by Fantastic. Today, we're going to be giving you some use case examples and tips on how to leverage Spently to grow your business post-purchase. We've got a lot of great content, so let's get started.
Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about Spently again by Fantastic. So we are an app that thousands of direct-to-consumer brands are using today. Some notable brands, as you can see here. And our customers on average see obviously a pretty high ROI from us. Actually, usually a 6x plus ROI. Many of our brands see double-digit multiples on their return. But about 14% increase in sales overall, 11% repeat purchase rate. Obviously some pretty great stats here coming out of this. Next up, I'm going to walk through our agenda here. Basically, what we're talking about today are some of the top challenges facing brands today. We're talking about how to grow your business efficiently and how we can use post-purchase emails to generate sales as part of your email strategy. And we'll do a quick little product tour and Q&A at the end. All right, let's get into it. As far as some of the biggest challenges facing growing direct-to-consumer brands, well, look at customer acquisition costs. They're through the roof right now. So obviously, 60% increase over the last 6 years. You look at basically the way that privacy is set up nowadays. You have Facebook that you have to, you have Apple that's not allowing Facebook tracking anymore. A lot of consumers have to opt into this. And that reduces our opt-ins by about 75%. So it's 4 times harder to get people to actually see content. So it's that's tailored to them. So it's getting to be really challenging out there to be able to remarket to your customers or actually acquire customers as well. So when you look at being able to grow your business efficiently, what is the best way to do this? We've got to maximize your dollars by driving repeat customers. So we're going to talk a little more about that as far as the numbers are concerned, though. As I mentioned before, it is 5 to 25 times more expensive to acquire a new customer than retain an existing one. These customers, if you can increase your customer retention by 5%, you'll see a 25% increase in business profit. This comes from because your current customers or your loyal customers are going to spend about 300% more than actually customers that are brand new to your store. So there's definitely a lot more happening there, and driving numbers through loyalty is really important. So how do you bring customers back? You build their trust. You have to build their trust. You have to give them a personalized experience, offer them unique incentives. Sending them a bunch of random things isn't going to pique their interest or get them engaged. So what do? We want to be able to optimize a channel that you're already using today. Look at Shopify. It sends out these post-purchase emails naturally. And actually by law, you have to send out these transactional communications so that way your customer knows what's happening as it relates to their order, kind of like a receipt. So basically think about your order confirmations, your shipping updates, account welcomes, all of these different things are triggered by actions by your customer and therefore transactional emails. I don't know about you, Tina, but during the holidays, I got a lot of emails, like tons and tons of emails. Were you checking all of those emails?
Well, Eric, you should have seen my inbox. I think I was probably, just scanning them and finding the ones that I do really want to read. So probably I would say I ordered a couple of things and I want to know when they're going to arrive in my house. So definitely was checking the shipping confirmation for sure. The others, I might open them to delete them Does that count?
That doesn't count, Tina. No, it's interesting because you think about how many emails that we get each on a daily day-to-day basis. I get dozens, maybe I'm lucky, it's only dozens of emails every day. They're marketing-based emails. But when I get that order confirmation, that shipment confirmation or delivery, I mean, I had a package stolen a few weeks ago. Everyone's really very much engaged with these emails. And we want to make sure that this puts your best foot forward when representing your brand. In fact, when you look at the numbers, they're open, these transactional emails or post-purchase emails are open at a 10x rate over your standard marketing emails. Click-through rate, over 5 times more as well. Extremely high customer engagement. So what does that mean? That means you need to take your post-purchase emails from 0 to hero. I mean, whoever wrote these slides, I love our marketing team. Awesome, thank you. But yes, 0 to hero. So how do we do that? If we're going to fully optimize those emails. So basically you've got a few different components that we look at. You know, if you look on the left here, the standard, I can't even look at it. I had to like glaze over it. Obviously pretty generic. It doesn't really do much for your brand. What we want to do is we want to customize the templates to look and feel more so like what you're expecting your customers expect from your other marketing emails that you might send through another provider, et cetera, or just in general, reflect the aesthetic of your website. Look at loyalty offers. How can I engage my customers and provide them incentives to continue shopping? And also really smart recommended products. All of these things would really help engage your customer. And we can do those things with Spently. So to talk more about this, Tina, you're going to wow us, I'm sure, with so many different insights. So here we go, Tina.
Thank you, Eric. So in the following section, I'm going to go over some actual use cases and examples of how brands have leveraged Spently to continue to build that customer relationship post-purchase and ultimately drive repeat sales. So first off, in this slide here, we have a brand that has incorporated a discount component in their transactional emails. As Eric has mentioned earlier, the cost to acquire a new customer costs between 5 to 25 times more than retaining an existing customer. And by offering a discount post-purchase, it's really a great way to reward your existing customers to help drive repeat purchases. What's really great about Spently's discount component is that the codes are unique discount codes that uses the customer's first name. By using that customer's first name, you really are personalizing it to the customer and once again, building on that customer relationship post-purchase. Another great way to leverage discount too is to create urgency by setting a time limit for these discount codes to encourage action faster. You can also see here in this slide that this brand here has used the product recommendation section. Product recommendations are a great way to drive repeat purchases to your store. It gives customers a chance to see more products from your store that they may not have seen while they were browsing earlier. So for this particular brand here, they've set up their personalized recommendation section so that if a customer purchased from the throws collection, they're going to recommend items from the pillows and cushions collection. It really is a great way to get visibility on items that your customers otherwise might not have seen. What's really nice about this component too is we will never recommend something a customer has purchased. You also have the option to push products that you want to highlight and promote. If we go to the next slide here, there's a really good example of how that is achieved. So on this slide here, we have a brand that runs a cookie store. And every month they come up with brand new flavors that they want to highlight based on the different occasions happening for that month. So as you can see here, and this email was taken from March, and the brand has come up with flavors to specifically cater to St. Patrick's Day. So in the product recommendation, you can see how he's included the leprechaun mix flavor over there and also a Lucky Charms flavor to really fit with the St. Patrick's Day theme for that month. Now, obviously for this particular store, they run a food store and they can promote whatever flavors they want depending on the month. But let's say if you run a store in a different vertical, such as like an apparel store, you can still take advantage of this component by, promoting something, for example, like your new arrivals collection. This is really awesome for brands because they get to promote their new collections to very engaged customer. And as you can see, there's lots of possibilities on the products that you can promote in this section. Moving on to the next slide. Another way to engage with your customer is to send them unique content based on their purchases. So the brand that you see here, they sell non-alcoholic beverages in different flavors. And based on the specific product that the customer has purchased, what this brand has done is they were able to showcase, sorry, going back to the previous one, Eric there. What this brand has done was they were able to showcase different recipes to give customers ideas on how to use the product. And by giving ideas on how to use these products, not only is the brand giving customers unique educational content based on what was purchased, so in this case, the recipes, she's also hoping that the customer will love the product, use it quicker, reorder sooner, and ultimately driving repeat sales. Moving on to the next slide. Another strategy to get customers to come back after they've purchased from you is to use automated and dynamic follow-up emails. So in this slide here, we have a brand that sells stationery products. One of the products that she sells is a pad of daily do-it sticky notes that lasts for about 60 days. So what this brand did was she created a timed follow-up email to remind customers to replenish their sticky notes before they run out, encouraging repeat purchases this way. What's really nice is that you can automate this process so that you can set it, forget it, and start generating passive revenue. This can be applied to various industries and especially in the fast-moving consumer goods category. Moving on to the next slide. Here you can leverage follow-up emails as well to build stronger relationship with your customers by offering them content to show them how to best use their products or ideas on how to use their products. So here you see this brand sells weatherproofing products. And to ensure that his customer gets the best result from the product, the merchant has created a follow-up email with additional instructions on how to best use the product to get optimal results. Once again, building up on that relationship with the customer post-purchase. We all know how important building and maintaining that customer relationship is to building brand loyalty. And by continuing that relationship with your customers post-purchase, it will ultimately help in repeat sales for your store. At this time, we're going to pass the ball back to Eric so he can give you a little demo of what Spently looks like.
Awesome. Thanks, Tina. Now that I figured out how to actually use slides and move back and forth. Awesome. So yeah, I'm going to pull up really quickly here. Just a quick demo of our product. We have created a Shopify store called La Maison today, and I want to show you kind of what that looks like so you get a visual of where we're at and how Spently itself works functionally. So as I pull this up here really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and show you this screen here, which I'm sure you're familiar with in your back end of Shopify. This is your settings page. And we've specifically chosen here your notifications. What I first wanted to do is show you what you get out of the box from Shopify. What is that? You get, well, actually, before I do that, you get all of these different emails, 27 plus different template types from Shopify. Now, these are all going to your customer, generally speaking, if you've set these up. And so I want to highlight what they look like out of the box. Here's an order confirmation. Not so great. There's definitely a lot of room here for us to do some work, a lot left to be desired. You know, it's text heavy. It's not very user-friendly, does not match your brand aesthetic, and clearly doesn't drive any of the value that Tina just highlighted a moment ago. So how do we make that better with Spently? So what we have here is now the Spently app. So as you can see, this is the home screen here. We're going to go over analytics here in a moment, and we're first going to go into notifications. So we've specifically chosen a templates type here that's related to our e-com presence, our La Maison. And so you'll see here, this is the UI that you would experience today. On the left side, we have all of the different Shopify email templates listed. And we've also highlighted the most popular ones that we've seen in our experience. So just to kind of run through, I'll talk about the order confirmation today. This is what we have on this sidebar. In the center, obviously, we have all of the typical WYSIWYG editor you might see there. And on the right side, we've got all of the different global settings that you'd like to set. So we've got email styles, we've got button styles, we can even round buttons, round corners, we can do all sorts of different styling here. And so this is going to be set up for all of your templates, really easy UI. And then you've got all of these different components that you can drag into the template itself, which is kind of cool. So just to give you an idea. And so as far as, or delete. So I'm going to walk you through, general overview is typical, order confirmation email that you may or may not see in your own personal shopping experience. But up here, you've got your logo, you've got your headers and your nav bar. You can change all of the fonts and colors, adding in links to different things. Obviously, there's a ton of different opportunities to really make this your own. Adding in a marketing image here, maybe even a call to action if you want to make this a clickable URL. All of the information related to the order and how to view this and go back to Shopify, all of that is listed in here. And you can drag and drop all these different features if you'd like and add more and more things. The standard order information is here. You can even update styling of some of these things if you really chose to. But again, to really highlight our value here, this is the first of many components that is really critical to the success of your transactional emails through Spently. So we have here this discount component. It could be as simple as setting a standard discount. It's 10%, a certain amount if you wanted to provide a dollar amount, or free shipping. All these different things you're able to do here. You can set that as well. You can even make it more advanced if you wanted to say, if you spend at least $300 and you get a 20% discount, otherwise you get a 10% discount. Just to kind of give you an example there. As far as expiry, you can choose to expire in a certain amount of days or not expire at all. You can choose to pick a collection that you'd like to use. You can also make it only redeemable on orders above a certain amount. Show disclaimers, not. Apply to new customers. And this is an exciting little opportunity here for you to be able to say, oh, if the customer hasn't placed an order yet, let's say it's an account welcome or something like that, then we only show this discount to those customers. If you're, for example, thinking that your brand doesn't want to do discounting like publicly or continue to offer discounts, or even discounts on discounts. They already apply a 10% coupon. I don't want another 10% coupon or discount on this order. So a lot of flexibility there. So as Tina mentioned before, what's also great about our discounts, these are loaded directly into Shopify. These are going to be unique to the customer. It'll say Eric 123, and this won't end up on a discount site or some type of deal site. So that way your customers aren't continuing to use this, or people that you don't want to use them are using them. I'm going to move down to another really critical area for us to drive success through our product recommendations component. So down here, you can select up to 4 recommended products. So you can make it really, really simple. You can say, basically, I just wanted to show it from, the scarves collection. And so in the scarves collection, we'll show that. Or we can even make it so there's conditions. Well, if somebody ended up buying a bag charm, I only want to show them pillows. We also have a hidden collection called Spently recommended products in Shopify. And so what this does, it allows us to make smart recommendations to your customer, some of your best sellers. And every 4 hours, we take a look at your newest best sellers and we update the list based upon that, ensuring that we don't show products that have already been ordered in this order. Also ensuring that, again, those are the best sellers. There's definitely, and there's ways for you even to tweak some of the logic yourself inside of the collection, but really setting you up for success to be able to get customers to see additional products. There's even some more options. You can change the titling of some of these things, a lot of spacing. Again, there's definitely a lot of ways to make this your own. The buttons we've already talked about, etc. So this is kind of just the general gist of, the template here. And then down below, you have your footer here where you can have your social icons that you'd like here. And we've also recently included TikTok, adding in your logo, etc. So definitely ways to drive social presence as well. When you're done editing this template, you're always able to kind of preview it on the desktop with order data, or alternatively on a mobile view as well. So you can kind of see what that looks like. So that's it with the editor. Tina, was there anything else that you wanted to highlight here so far?
Yeah, I just want to mention how you can see through this quick demo that it's really clean and easy to use, and you can really quickly jazz up your transactional emails from those, plain, boring ones that Shopify has it as a default. So it's super easy to use, and you can make it look really nice very quickly.
Yeah, thanks, Tina. I totally agree. I mean, it's night and day. So if you, we'll go ahead and go back and, we obviously can, change the names of templates and different things like that and have different, template sets. So that way, if you want to do a holiday template or a Halloween or even just a flash promotion, you're able to do that as well. I'm going to pop over to our analytics section here. So what we have here is all of the analytics from the time that you started installing, or you installed Spently. What is the revenue that you've gotten from us in that period of time, your lifetime revenue? Alternatively, we can drill down to the period of time that you selected over here. We're able to go back all the way to a year's time, the last 365 days. In this example, we'll just go back the last 90 days, and you'll be able to use that there. We're going to highlight here again the different email templates and what the revenue is from there. You can hover over these and see what those look like. We don't have a lot of them. We have a few here, obviously, loaded up. And then you're able to go drill down a little bit deeper here to see what is some of the repeat customer revenue. So for customers that are tagged as repeat customers, meaning they've placed an order before the current order, then we'll be able to show what that aggregate is here. And then of all of the purchases, of all of the repeat purchases, how many were driven by Spently as a percentage? That actually totaled in this case over the last 90 days, 4155, and repeat purchases or the count by Spently. We also, have the ability to send out abandoned checkout emails as part of the, as part of the Shopify sends out an abandoned checkout email, adding additional revenue there. What does that look like if we were to, zhuzh up your abandoned checkout email in Shopify? What is that recovery rate of all of the emails? And what is that, or of all the orders, and what is the revenue that you have there? It looks like that we had, pretty good open rate for the abandoned checkout emails as well, which we're also able to track. Over here, this is a really tangible ROI clearly as well, in the fact that we're generating discounts. So you generate this many discounts and you have this many redeemed, it's a pretty high percentage, and this is the revenue from those discounts. Tina had mentioned earlier about some follow-up email campaigns that we can do as well. The follow-up email revenue is contained here. So if you want to do additional abandoned checkout emails, let's say, a day or two later after your initial one, or you want to do a follow-up or a win-back campaign, all of those things that will show up here in the follow-up email revenue, as well as open rates and the number of emails sent. If you look at, total opens, we have unique opens here, unique clicks, all of these different things are going to be down here below. So if we have customer account welcome, I should probably go back and highlight why that's important. Well, we'll talk about unique clicks versus unique opens, et cetera. So we were able to here now to drill down specifically into the order confirmation, and we can see we didn't have as many orders over here. We didn't load in as many orders, but you get the idea here of kind of the revenue per day, and you can see the stats. This is the total revenue from discounts, the number redeemed, total clicks, unique clicks. How do we define total versus unique clicks? Well, let's say I track a package to my house and through a shipment confirmation email, I might track that 3 times. That'll be a part of total clicks versus me in that order. I've tracked that order 3 times, but only 1 order. So we take the unique number of orders versus the total number of clicks in those orders. Similar concept here with the uniques on the opens. If you look down here below, we've got the revenue also from specific orders. So you've got the date the email is open, the customer information, and also the amounts. So all of these different things you can see are loaded up here, as well as the discount code that was used. Is this a first purchase? Is this a repeat purchase? And also, if you want to do some additional analysis, we've recently added this export button. We'll take all of the data here related to how we aggregate all of these figures, and you'll be able to slice and dice that or import that into your reporting tools. And we can go back and forth there and there. So that was kind of the general gist of our reporting as well. And I think we want to leave a couple minutes here for additional questions today. So I'm going to pop over to our questions Q&A section now. So let's see if we had some questions here. So Tina, let's go ahead and take some of these. It looks like and I'm going to pop this up really quickly. What is the difference between Spently and Klaviyo? Did you want to go ahead and we're going to answer that one live.
Yeah, so that's a great question, Eric. So a lot of the times merchant asks me if I'm using Klaviyo, is that going to affect, Spently, and how does that work together? We actually see Spently and Klaviyo being really complementing each other as opposed to competitors, because Klaviyo is really good with the marketing emails. So they're really good with like your, any additional campaigns that you want to do. However, they're not as strong in the transactional emails, and that's where Spently comes in. So Spently's bread and butter is more so on your notification emails. Sure, they might have a couple of templates. However, Spently really makes it really easy for you to include those marketing components that I spoke about earlier to help drive repeat purchases in your transactional emails. And actually, in fact, a lot of our merchants actually use Spently with Klaviyo hand in hand to get optimal results.
Awesome. Yeah, no, it's definitely hand in hand. So just because you have Klaviyo does not mean we don't partner together or work together with your, or mesh well. So definitely, and my team is going to be available if you have any questions. We are absolutely able to get on a call to further discuss. We also have our email here. I'll take a couple more questions as well. It looks like, what is the most open and click transactional email? That might be a good one for you too, Tina.
Great question. So obviously, from our data that we have, order confirmation has a really high open rate. The other one is shipping confirmation, and more so shipping confirmation too, because who's not excited about getting a package in the mail, right? So a lot of the times we will open up the shipping confirmation just to see, where that package is, because they're so excited to get it. And actually, it brings to a great point. Within the builder itself, we actually categorize 5 particular email templates that are more popular ones, and they include order confirmation, shipping confirmation, shipment delivered, customer account welcome, as well as abandoned checkout.
Awesome. Appreciate that. I'll take the next one. What is Spently pricing like? So you can actually go to our website. We've got this really handy dandy slider there, which will actually show you, clearly what your pricing would look like based upon the number of orders per month that you do. So again, our pricing is on your order count that you have in Shopify. And we charge in $10 increments up to a certain amount, et cetera, and on certain bands. But generally speaking, just for reference on this call, if you were around 500 orders per month, you might be around $100 per month. So you can kind of walk through that calculator there. As I mentioned, the pricing does scale. So as you get bigger, especially if you're over 1,000 orders, our team can talk with you about what the pricing options would look like. And we're happy to jump on a call. And you can reach us here at the accounts at spentlyhq.com as well. So I think as far as our presentation today, we are about wrapped up. Was there any other last minute question that we can answer for anybody on the call today? If you want to take it live or pop it in the chat, the Q&A. How do I get started? I love that. So what I would recommend is go ahead and shoot over an email at accounts@spentlyhq.com, or you can also email me directly, eric@pantastic.com. Be happy to get it you set up with one of the account executives on my team, and we'll take it from there. But really appreciate everybody's time today. Thank you so much. And we look forward to keeping in touch and joining you or having you join another one of these webinars here in the near future. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, everyone, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.